Hi my friends! Welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay, thank you very much for your support. I really hope that you like this video, okay? So, are you ready to start? I hope so. You know, I want to improve my speaking skills urgently. So I want to improve means I want to make them better. So I want to speak better. And urgently means as soon as possible. So I need to do it now. And I can't learn English for years. It means for a very long time. So for 3 years, for 5 years, it's too long to have a basic level in speaking. So to have means if I want to have a basic level in speaking, so the first level or the second level, so not such a high level in speaking. Firstly, the first thing, as you might guess. As you might guess means so as you might know or as you know, I don't have so much time. Secondly, very nice phrases, okay? Secondly, I need an advanced level. Advanced level means the highest level in speaking. So I want to speak English really well. I'll never be satisfied with a basic level. So be satisfied means I will never be happy. I will never be happy about a basic level. So that's not for me, okay? Well, how much time do you have? Not much at all. So really not much, really not much. Can you say it more exactly? Can you say it more exactly? So just can you give me some details? So really, can you tell me how much time you have? Okay, just a little less than a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks means 2 weeks. Couple of means 2 weeks. A little less than 2 weeks or than 14 days. I think you know how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay? And you can really give me a hand. A nice phrase, give me a hand, means you can really help me. Alright. I can help. I don't want to guarantee, that you'll be an advanced English speaker. So guarantee, it means that I don't want to tell you that you'll definitely do it, so that it's true for 100%. No. So it means that not maybe an advanced English speaker, but close to it, close to this level, but not maybe an advanced level, As I need. As means because. As I need to know much about your current level. So current level, so the level which you have now. But I do feel. Do means really. I do feel means but I really feel it's possible. So it's possible, you can do it to reach some fluency in English within 10 days. To reach some fluency, to become fluent in English, within 10 days or in 10 days during this period of time. Okay, that suits me. It means that's okay, that's alright, that suits me, it's okay. It's suitable for me. I want to know more about it. Okay, there are some extremely useful tips that you need to know. So, extremely useful tips means very, very useful tips which you need to know. What are they? Don't think that learning English 1 hour a day will help you enormously or will help you greatly. It means that if you think that you learn 1 hour English 1 hour a day and it will be enough for you, no. So this thought or this idea is very naive. So in fact it isn't so, and it has no foundation. It has no foundation means actually there is no reason for thinking this way, no reason, okay? If someone thinks you can learn English fast while learning English, it means while or when you learn English, when you learn English, when you learn English only, only 1 hour a day, it verges on the ridiculous. It's a nice phrase, so you can say it verges on the ridiculous, or it borders on the ridiculous. It means that it's ridiculous, it's absurd, so it's very naive, it's not true, so it's impossible. And in particular means in your case, in your situation, it's totally unacceptable. It means that you can't accept it, so no way is it good for you, so it isn't good for you at all. Since means because you have such a time limit. It means that you have such a time limit, so I remember that you need you have just 2 days, so we're talking about it. Okay, good. What do you mean? So what do you want to say? What do you mean? Okay, I mean that you need to learn English much more than 1 hour a day, so 1 hour a day isn't enough. How much? I'm not a magician, okay? And I just want to be as realistic as possible, okay? So I really want to be realistic, okay? So if you have only 10 days, all day, so you need all day. Is it really possible? Why not? Don't learn English only in the classroom. If you do it, if you learn English only in the classroom, you'll always fall behind. Fall behind means you always, show worse results, so your results won't be so good, worse results than your classmates, results, so you fall behind, so not enough progress, so your progress won't be so good, and your results will be below average, so average, middle, so below average, so less or worse than middle, okay, so not, you won't be a top student, not an average student, so so maybe you'll be one of the worst students, not so good, okay? So the most important point is that, or the most important thing is that you need to think in English during the day. You need to start with translating separate words. Separate words means some words, okay, some phrases, and simple sentences. You need to start with it. Really, it's a crucial point. It means the most important point, so you need to pay attention to it, okay? It's a crucial point. Will it give me fluency? A great deal of fluency. It means lots of fluency. You'll have another level of fluency. I'll be straightforward. Or I'll be direct. So I'll tell you what I really think. Most students fail, so it means that they don't succeed, they don't have a good result, because they use traditional and ineffective methods which can only lead to slow progress. So ineffective methods which aren't good enough, which can only lead to slow progress. So as a result, you only have slow progress, you only make slow progress. Can you give me more details? Right. As a rule, students have just one book and they study it with a teacher who checks their progress. It's so slow. You depend on your teacher and other students too much. Really, it's a problem. You depend on it too much. So we used to express our negative feelings, to express our negative attitude. Okay. So it has also become a very profitable business. It means that profitable business which brings lots of money, yeah, good profit. When it's said, yeah, it's passive voice. When people say, when it's said everywhere that only this method is the best one, or only this method is the best method, yeah, I mean learning in the classroom, I totally disagree with it. Okay, a nice phrase. So you can say, I don't agree with it, I disagree. Yeah, but if you want to emphasize, yeah, your idea, you can say, I totally, it sounds even stronger. I totally disagree with it. Yeah, so I don't agree with it at all. People often make money on education and on students. Make money on education students, yeah. They say that only learning English in the classroom with a teacher can bring the results you need, so can bring or can give you the results you need or you want, or you need to buy a special course. Yeah, you need to buy a special course which has a miraculous effect. Miraculous, which is full of miracles. So you need just to buy for a course, so it's no matter, I mean, it is online or offline, yeah, and you have this miraculous effect, okay? Isn't it right? Isn't it right? Not at all. You'll make some progress, but it isn't very convenient for a teacher, or it isn't very comfortable, convenient, it isn't a good thing for a teacher to tell you that you can use these or those materials, so these or those materials, yeah, so or some materials where you can also check yourself, yeah, it's a problem. So, you know, what often happens in reality is that, so you need to wait, yeah, for a teacher, so no one can check your work, just only a teacher. It's a problem, yeah. So you need to have some materials where you can check yourself, yeah, so that you learn English by yourself, so without paying money, and do it effectively. Teachers often want you to come to them to pay, and it's a sad fact. Or as people want you, yeah, to pay, it's a sad fact. Yeah, so people aren't interested in your progress, but they are interested in your pocket, in your money. It's a sad fact, really, not so good. Really, that's it. It means that's true. Almost no one is interested in it. Or few people are interested in it. I mean, in giving you resources, I mean materials, information, advice, or even saying that you can learn English without a teacher. Yes, so just imagine it. So an English teacher tells you that, okay, you can learn English without a teacher. So it can sound fantastic, unbelievable, but it's true, it's possible. So it isn't very convenient for a teacher to say so. It's a sad fact. So I think it's a vitally important point. So it's a very, very important point. It's a crucial point, or it's a point of great importance, or it's a point of vital importance, a very, very important point. So you need to have a very clear idea in your mind that it mostly depends on you. Yeah, don't depend on the classroom. Okay, good. So are you against taking English classes? No way, no way. It means of course not. Of course not. Okay, I fully support them. I mean, I fully support these classes, so these lessons, if only, or on condition, if we have this condition, you're provided with all the necessary materials, so with all the materials you need to learn on your own, or to learn by yourself and effectively. The thing is that, or the fact is that, the problem is that you're often not given these materials. Yeah, it's a problem, so you don't see these materials, you don't know how to learn English by yourself, yeah? Or the materials aren't good enough, yeah, it's another problem. So maybe you're given some materials, But what about the quality of these materials? Yeah, it's often so bad. Yeah, it's so sad. Okay? Okay, to sum up, so if we want to make a conclusion, I need to study all day for these 10 days, and I shouldn't, right? And I shouldn't be over dependent on my teacher. I mean, when I depend on him or her too much. Think in English, or maybe not only in English, yeah, just trying to translate something, yeah, in my head should be my regular practice, right? Is that all? Well, you need to do some more things. What is it? So what is it, okay? So you need to have lots of speaking practice during all these days. So lots of or a lot of speaking practice. The more, the better. Or the more practice you have, the better. So it's a very important thing. So I can take lots of English lessons every day for more than 2 hours. Am I right? So yeah, when you have English lessons every day and they last for more than 2 hours. So am I right? So is it a good idea? So if you can afford it, it means if you have money to pay for it, it's an absolutely brilliant idea. It's an absolutely brilliant idea. It means it's a very, very good idea. So you can say it's a brilliant idea or it's an absolutely brilliant idea to learn English with a teacher for more than 2 hours and every day. So personally, I have this experience. I mean, when students ask me just, to talk, to them in English and help them, and they just wanted, to study for more than 2, 3, or even 4 hours. Yeah, this practice can take place. Yeah. However, you don't necessarily need to do it. It means actually there is no need to do it, so you don't need to pay, so you don't need to take these English classes. So you can find different speaking partners. So the problem is that you can't reach fluency in English, or you can't get this fluency fast while talking just to one person. So you need to, to have different people to talk to, different speaking partners. You need to get used to different speaking partners, not just to one person. Yeah, it's a very important thing. Yeah, it sounds reasonable. So reasonable, it means that really I think it's a good idea. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so thanks. Let me go on, or let me continue. Okay. I also guess you can't think in English and speak English all day. So I also think so. It's very difficult. Okay, so it can be really tiring, or yeah, it can be really exhausting. You'll get tired or exhausted very quickly, as means because it's a very intensive training. So maybe you want to do it, you have this desire, but it's very difficult, yeah, for your head. Yeah. Okay, so what are you suggesting? You also need to listen to English speech a lot, no matter what you do. So when you do other things, okay, only these things, not only. It is often said that you can reach fluency in English without good grammar. Okay, yeah, it's wrong. If you don't, it's wrong if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Yeah, so it's very easy. For native speakers to say so. Yeah, just you don't need any grammar at all. Yeah, since they've been living in this English-speaking country for a while, so for a very long time. But you know that your story is different, and you need to learn everything. You need to know grammar. Basic grammar first, but not only basic. It's a very important thing, okay? So how can you explain it? I mean that if you're unsure about something, you have to make pauses, really. Maybe you want to say something in English, but you aren't sure. Maybe it is right, maybe it isn't, and you make pauses. Yeah, your speech won't seem natural and fast enough. Yeah, you'll be speaking slowly. What else can you say? You shouldn't be afraid of mistakes. Show me a person who doesn't make mistakes. Your main aim or your main task is to express your point of view. You need to say what you think and get your message across. So getting message across is a nice phrase, so you need to explain it to another person so that they understand your message or your idea and get your message across. You also need to focus on most important words and phrases. Yeah, most important. You can't know everything. Please, don't learn unimportant words. Don't do it, yeah, which are never used, and don't learn unnecessary phrases. So phrases maybe which are only in books. Yeah, you don't need them. You can waste lots of time. So all in all, or in conclusion, you need to do everything which has already been mentioned above. Yeah, so we are talking about it, or been talking it, I think, yeah, very productively to reach more fluency in English. Okay, so I really hope that you follow these tips and you enjoy our lessons on the channel English Professionally, and I want to wish you good luck, my friends. See you. Bye. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is how to learn English speaking easily. Yeah, I really hope that it's a good video and you'll support it really. How to learn English speaking easily. Okay, so I have a problem and really I don't know what to do. Maybe you can help. Okay, what's the problem? I can read in English quite well. Quite well means well, well enough, or very well. And I know grammar, but I can't speak English. I have a language barrier. Okay, I have a language barrier. It means that I can't communicate with other people effectively. Yeah, it means so. So you can also say I can't communicate with other people or with people from other countries effectively. It means very well, very well. So you have problems when you communicate with them. I can't communicate with other people effectively. What can you recommend? I think most people have this problem, and my speaking was absolutely terrible. So absolutely terrible means very bad. So very bad. So terrible means very bad, but absolutely terrible, it's it's strong. It means very bad, extremely bad. So absolutely terrible or extremely bad, very bad. But then I understood how to start speaking easily and naturally. Yeah, we say start doing, so you see ing. Yeah, how to start speaking easily and naturally. As you see, yeah, a good phrase. As you see, my speaking is really good. To be honest, I'm proud of it. So to be honest, yeah, one more nice phrase. It means that I want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you. So what I'm saying, it's true. So it's true. It's true. So I don't. It's true. I don't hide anything. I don't hide anything. So I'm very open. I'm very open. Okay, good. Anything, okay. Anything, I'm very open and I'm proud of it. It means that I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I have this result, okay? Okay, so, it sounds really interesting. So, what's the main secret? So what's the main secret, or how did you do it? So what helped you achieve this result? Okay, so as you might guess, or as you might think, or okay, as you think, okay, so a little is said about it. Little is said about it. So you see, it's we call this structure passive voice. It means that yeah, it is done by someone, and people say little about it. People say little about it. So I mean that there is too much information. There is too much information. Too much, yes, it has a negative meaning. There is too much information. At the same time, so at the same time, this kind of information isn't reliable. So you can't rely on it. You can't rely on it. You can't rely on it. So you can't trust it. You can't trust it. You can't rely on it. You can't trust it. So very bad information. So, and it's often rubbish. So what is rubbish? It's something which you throw away. It's something, yeah, it's something which you throw away. Something which you throw away. So yeah, you don't need it, and it's like rubbish, or we also call it garbage. So it's nothing, very bad things, and it makes me feel really upset and angry. Really? Yes, that's it. So it means that's true. There is an abundance of information. So it means that there is lots of information. So yes, there is lots of information everywhere, online and offline, and it's extremely difficult to find a reliable source. So extremely difficult means it's very difficult to find a good source, so which you can trust, which you can rely on. So you know, it's a very big problem nowadays. Well, I see your point very clearly. So your point means your idea. I see your idea very clearly or very well, and I fully share your point of view. Good phrase. So I fully share your point of view means that I fully understand you and agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I think the same. By the way, what are you suggesting? So by the way, so okay, it's good, but what? Yeah, what are you suggesting? So what can we do in this situation? Okay, so speaking from my own experience, it means that, so it's my experience, and I'm speaking based on this experience. So yeah, I can give you the following recommendations, or I can give you the following advice or recommendations. Yeah, but really you'll see very useful, very important recommendations which can help you. Yeah, which can really help you. Okay, so great means very good. I'm listening to you, all ears. All ears. What is? I am listening to you, all ears. It means that with full attention and concentration. Okay, with full attention, and concentration. So and concentration. So you'll try. So you'll try to catch every word. So you'll try to understand every single word or all the information. So what are they? Okay, so first, lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes. Yeah, we say afraid of doing. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes. People often panic too much. Yeah? Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? Really, it's a good question. Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? It's absolutely ridiculous. So ridiculous means absurd. Ridiculous or absurd. So that's not true. So it's a crazy idea. It's a crazy idea. Okay, so it's absolutely ridiculous. So get it out of your head. So get this idea out of your head. Don't think so. So change your mind. Change your point of view. Change your point of view. So think differently. It means think differently. Okay, thinks differently. Okay, so lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes, you see. Okay, so think differently. Well, next. So, very good. Okay, I start to understand. What else? Please understand that you speak not for school or university. You speak, first of all, yes, it's the first and the most important reason. So first of all, it means the most important reason. The most important reason for doing it. The most important reason. So really, you know that you speak first of all for communication. You want to communicate with other people who live in other countries. You want to understand them. Not for grammar, not for your English teacher. It's another story. It's a different story. This story is completely different. Yeah, and you need to understand that when you communicate with other people, for example, from people who live in another country, so no one is interested in your mistakes. So it isn't important for them. It's just this idea in your mind. They just want to have a good and interesting talk. Okay? So I hope you understand. I don't know what to start with. So where can I find it? Where can I find it? Oh, sorry, it's another idea. So okay, so we were talking about this, a very important thing, yeah? So you don't speak for a teacher, school, or university, and this, okay? So I haven't thought about it before. Please continue. And that's true. So many people don't think about it, yeah? They have this kind of fear, but please lose this fear. And they, you know, think that it's very important, I mean, how they speak correctly or incorrectly, so it's important for other people. No, it isn't a school, it isn't a university, it's a different place, it's a different place. And so what is number 3? A very important point. So have more English speaking practice. So as they say, the more English practice you have, the better. So it means that if you have more English practice, it's very good. It's really very good, much better than nothing. Okay. So and what can happen or what will happen? So I know it and I can tell you. So if you do it, you will be feeling more and more confident. So confident, you know, I like this word. So confident, or so confident, or you will feel confidence. You will feel confidence. So what is confidence? So you will be sure that, yeah, you can do it, and you will say, I can do it, I can do it, I can speak English. So very good ideas and, you know, very good thoughts. And so, find a speaking partner, or maybe better, speaking partners from other countries, and talk to them daily. So it's so important, yes, to find a person, or you know, it's better to find more than just one person and talk to them. So it can be a simple conversation or a more difficult conversation, but have this English practice every day. And fortunately, so we say fortunately, or there is another good word for saying it, it's called luckily. So luckily or fortunately, it's so easy to find it nowadays. It's so easy to find it nowadays, so you can say nowadays or now. It's also good, as you see. Okay, so I don't know what to start with. Where can I find it? So what to start with? So what should I do? First of all, you know, as I have already said, there are so many websites where you can do it. The choice is stunning. So the choice is great, and we are really surprised. We are really surprised. So, what a great choice we have. Yeah. So you can search for it online. You can say search for or look for. You can search for it online and choose the most appropriate resources. So what is the most appropriate resources? It means the best resources for you, or the most suitable. Appropriate or the most suitable, or the most suitable resources for you. Okay, so really a very good idea indeed. Next, I see, but I expect to hear more interesting ideas. So I expect, it means that I think, yeah, or I hope that I'll hear more interesting ideas. Right. I have to tell you something special. So I have to tell you, really, I need to tell you something special, something, something unique, something extraordinary, something extraordinary, something extremely important, something extremely important, something. So what other things can you say? Something very significant, something very significant, yeah. So that we are actually improving our vocabulary at the same time. So you are getting real knowledge and you're improving your vocabulary at the same time. Something significant, something really meaningful. So it's full of meaning. And so on. So this information is like treasure. It's like treasure, it's like gold, it's like diamonds, yeah? So all this information, really. And definitely you need to do it. So when I say definitely, it means that, of course, or certainly you need to do it. Well, I feel so excited, what is it? So excited, it means that I feel so interested in it, so I really want to know it. What is it? Okay. So yeah, and you'll hear 3 more very important tips. So you know that you can speak to yourself. You can speak to yourself. So really, you can do it aloud, so with your voice. So if you do it regularly, it will definitely help you. So really, what a good idea. You know that when you listen to someone on the radio, on TV, or on YouTube, maybe sometimes you criticize this or that person and you think that his English may be not so good and maybe his pronunciation isn't perfect. Okay, yeah, but you can check your knowledge too. So you may think that your English is so good. Just record yourself and listen to it, and I'm sure you'll be shocked because you'll see lots of problems and it will help you to work on them. So it's also very important. Well, should I speak or do something else? So what a good question. Yeah, we talked about it. So, and number 5, also record yourself from time to time and listen to it. Yeah, listen to it. Good. So if you do it, just I will clap my hands. So really good. Yeah, really good. I mean that these tips are so important, they're extremely important. I don't know so why people ignore them. But our aim, our main task, is to speak English easily, naturally, fluently, confidently, so like native speakers. So well done. Okay, so number 5, very important point, please keep it in mind. So okay, and I'm sure you'll be surprised, and it will give you more motivation. Yeah, it will motivate you greatly. I see. Thanks a lot. I'll try. Or maybe you can give us 2 more tips from a real expert. No problem. Yeah, one more very important thing. So it is very little said about it, but we also have a video on this subject. try to think in English regularly. Really, try to think in English. So it will bring perfect results, I'm sure. And you know that you can think in English for a minute or for half a minute, then you can stop it, then you can do it again, and you know, it's so good, it's so positive. You can, you know, think about different things. It's also English speaking practice, so it really works. Okay, I feel I need to do it. How blind was it? Okay, don't forget about one more thing. What is it? What is it? Really, what is it? Okay, really, what is it? Listen, listen, and listen. So a very important point. Surprising as it may seem, so very nice phrase. So it can seem very surprising. There is a very close connection between how much you listen and how well you speak, really. So it's so important that you need to listen more, videos like these ones. So it's also very good for speaking. You hear real English, you hear real English phrases, and it really works. This method really works. And I know that people who listen, to English speech very little, they have more problems with speaking. So it's, it's obvious, it's easy to see it. Okay, so keep all these tips in mind and follow them. I'm sure your speaking skills will be fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And just to sum up, you need to work regularly. You need to study English regularly, and you don't need to be afraid of speaking. Just speak. Just speak. Don't panic. Lose your fear. No one will laugh at you. You speak, you speak for communication, So it's very important. And many people think that they'll say something and it will sound very stupid. So don't think so. Get it out of your head. So next, you need to have more English speaking practice. The more the better. So find an English speaking partner, or better several partners, and try to speak English daily, every day. And so it should be your rule, golden rule. Okay, so, and you can speak to yourself. It's a nice practice too. Why not? So not only speaking with someone, so it can be also good. And also record yourself, so you can do it right after this video. Just talk to yourself, record it, and see. See so your progress. Look at it, or listen to it, and see, are you satisfied so with it or not? So are you happy or not? And so it will give you more motivation. Well, think in English, so you can also do it regularly. So just speak with other people regularly and think in English. So maybe you're using public transport, and you can also think in English, not only in your mother tongue, not only in your language. And the last very important thing, listen, and listen. So that we have a great collection of videos, and it's constantly growing. So it's growing very fast, and I really hope that you enjoy watching these kind of videos. And if you support it, we can upload more. Just let me know, and we'll be doing it with great pleasure and your support, and really hope that I can count it. Okay, thanks a lot, and I really appreciate your help, and I sincerely hope that we are on the right way. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I wish you good progress in English. Okay, bye-bye, my friends. Hi, my friends. Welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this course is very important and special, this video course, how to think in English. Really, it's very important to think in English if you want to speak English really well, if you want to speak English fluently, and this video is about it. So I think that you like this video. Okay, really good. Okay, so welcome to the channel English Professionally. So you see, you can also join us on Facebook, so our new group, which is growing. And you see that thanks a lot for your support. Thanks a lot, really. Thanks a lot for support. Thanks for comments, thanks for your likes and shares here, on YouTube and on Facebook too. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, really. Thanks for your help. And this video is extremely important. It's about the secrets. How to think in English. Yeah, it's about some secrets, so some things which can help you start thinking in English. So it's very important. It's extremely important. Okay, so watch all the video, stay with us, and I really hope that you'll enjoy it. You like this video. Thanks for likes and shares. Okay, good. Well, so really, how to think in English? How can you answer this question? Okay, please look, answer this question. So without any preposition here, so no preposition. Okay, answer this question. So students often make this mistake. Please answer this question. Please remember this phrase. Can you answer this question? I think different answers are possible. For example, the first answer or the first possible answer. It's impossible. That's it. It's the first possible answer. So it means that some people think that, okay, it's impossible to think in English for everyone. So they think that only advanced students can do it. Students who have a very high level of English. And the second answer, you see, it's really possible if you live in England or America. It's funny. Or if you were born in an English-speaking country. Or if you were born in an English-speaking country, so you can do it. Okay. So if you live for a long time in England, America, Australia, or another English speaking country, or if you were born there, okay? So if you lived there when you were a child. So and you see two typical answers to this question. So typical. So what is typical? Okay. So you need to know different synonyms or similar words. So if you can't maybe remember this word typical, what other words can you say instead? So you can say typical, or also common, or also common, or also popular, answer, and we say answers to this question. Good. So you see two typical or two common, two popular answers to this question, these two answers. So the first one, it's impossible, and the second one, it's possible, but there are some conditions. So you need to actually so maybe you lived in an English-speaking country for a long time, or maybe you were born there. So what is next? And the question is, at the same time, it's a good phrase for speaking, and you can use it in your English speaking practice. So at the same time, the question remains the same. So remains means the question is the same. So we haven't answered it. We haven't answered it yet. So it's the same, So is it possible? Is it possible to think in English? Is it possible to think in English if you don't live in an English-speaking country? Okay. So if you don't live, let's say, in America or in England, so is it possible or not? So students often think that it's impossible. So if I don't live in an English-speaking country, so I won't think in English. Won't means will not. It's a short term, but it's wrong. So I believe it's possible. So watch all this video, and you can express your point of view in the comments below, or in our group, yeah, on Facebook. So you can leave a message there, personal, I mean, personal message or private message as we call it, yeah, or in the comments so that other people can see it as well. And from my experience, so a very nice phrase for speaking, yeah. From my experience, I can tell that it's possible, really, it's possible to think in English, even though you don't live in an English-speaking country. When I speak English, or when I think in English, I don't translate from Russian into English. So you know that Russian is my mother tongue. Russian is my mother tongue, so it means that I was born in Russia. Yeah, so it isn't a secret. Yeah, so when I speak English or when I think in English, I don't translate from Russian into English, yeah? So I speak automatically without translation. So only English words, only English phrases in my head. So I do it in English immediately. So I think it isn't bad and you'll agree with me, right? Good. So you also need to understand what advantages it can give you, or what pluses, advantages or pluses or good things it can give you. Why is it so important? Why is it so important to think in English? I can name the following advantages, or I can name these advantages. So the following means these advantages, the main ones. So what is the main? It means most important. So it means very important or most important. So which you really need to know. So it saves time. So really, that's true. It means that's right. So you can speak English very fast and naturally. If you can think in English, yeah, it saves time. You can speak English very fast and naturally. So when you speak English, second, when you speak English fast, it's comfortable for you and for your partner. It's very comfortable, yeah? So, and your speaking partner doesn't need to wait for you, so it's good. So you gain great confidence. So gain means get. So you get or you have great confidence. It means that you believe in yourself. You think, oh, I can think in English. So it's really good. It's like having wings and you're flying in the sky. Yeah, it's like having wings and you're flying in the sky. So you see, it's an amazing feeling. Yeah, so it's a new level. It's a very big step forward, and it helps you to have this confidence. What is confidence? It means that you are sure, so that you're sure that your English is good, you believe in yourself, so it's a very positive feeling. Next, so you are very confident. So you know that confidence helps you to break down the language barrier. So you can say to break down the language barrier, or to overcome the language barrier. I mean, it's this kind of situation. So maybe you know English, maybe you know some grammar, vocabulary, but you can't speak. You are afraid of speaking, yeah, and you want, to start speaking, yeah, without any fear, yeah, so not being afraid, and so you need confidence. So, and it will help you to break down the language barrier, or it will help you to overcome the language barrier, okay? So what recommendations, yeah, can I give, or what advice? So you can ask, so what recommendations can I give, or what advice can I give? So I don't use any sources. sources. So what is sources? It means different materials. So any materials or books or other ideas, yeah, or other ideas, okay? So I just use my own life experience, okay? So my own means my personal life experience, really, and I can tell you this from my own life experience, okay? So the first very important thing, study English regularly and systematically. So what is regularly? It means that you study it, for example, every day for an hour or for 2 hours, but you do it every day. So what is systematically? It means that you have a program, you have a plan. So that some students, so for example, only read, some students only study grammar, but some students only watch movies, but it isn't enough. You need to have a program. So you need to do all these things. So you need to read in English, you need to listen a lot in English, so you need to watch English videos, you need to write, and so on, okay? Do it every day. It's difficult, yeah, it's difficult to find time for it, okay? It's difficult to find time for it, and it's a very common excuse. So what is excuse? It's a very common excuse, or it's a very common thing, okay? So people often say, okay, so I have no time, or I don't have time, yeah, okay, later, next time, yeah? But I think that if you really want it, you will find time for it. You'll find time for it, yeah? And so if you have no time at all, yeah, it's possible to do it anyway. It's possible to do it anyway. So, okay, you have no time or you have little free time, but it isn't a problem. So, what if you have no time at all? It's possible to do it anyway. So, what do you need for it? What's in the first place? So, what's in the first place? What can help you do it? It's motivation. Yeah, something which motivates you. You need to have a clear aim, yeah, or a reason. A clear aim and also a reason why you need to study English so hard. So really, why do you need it? Why do you need it? So maybe you have this picture in your mind, yeah, this very clear picture in your mind that I need to improve my English greatly because, it can help me to find a better job where I'll get more money, and I need to do it urgently as soon as possible, and it's a very good motivation, okay? So, or it can be another reason, but you need to have motivation, okay? So, and when you have no time, you can start thinking in English a bit. It means a little. So when you walk, yeah, so I also do it. So, I think in English. So it's, it's a habit for me. And you also, that, so when you go somewhere, yeah, when you go to some place, so you can translate all your ideas. So, from your first language or from your mother tongue into English. And you can do it little, just some words, phrases, then more difficult words, more difficult phrases, and then it will be very natural for you, yeah, and you'll see good progress. What's very, very important, yeah? So when you walk, when you go from one place to another, so really you can make up different phrases and sentences in English in your mind. It's very important. It's, I think, what you need to do. For example, if your mother tongue is Russian, you can translate your thoughts from Russian into English. You can translate from Russian into English or from Spanish into English. Yeah, so from your first language into English. So it's a very good practice. It's a very good practice. You know, it's really difficult to translate everything, but you can start with separate words. It means with some words, not sentences, with separate words, phrases, and sentences. So not, not a long speech only in English. Just start with something simple, with something easy for you, okay? So first you try. So first you try to translate some words and so on. For example, you went out and you see a tree and you can think, okay, tree, car, house, some basic things, some basic objects, then more difficult things, then more difficult things, okay? For example, so I need to go there, so I need to call him, so okay, so what will I do tomorrow, and so on. So you think in English, simple things in your head. So it's very good when you practice English during the day. So practice can be a noun, practice, so English practice, and a verb, practice English. When you practice English during the day, when you have this English speaking practice during the day, so in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. So if you do it even from time to time, it means even sometimes, I think it will bring perfect results, very good results. Is that all? So no, it isn't. So what else can we do? So what other things can we do? So the second very important thing, okay? Listen to English speech as much as possible. So listen to English speech every day. So, and I think it's a very good idea to watch these kind of videos on this channel, English Professionally, so you can see the text at the same time, so you see it with your eyes and you can listen. You can listen to it. It's very important. So so listen to English speech as much as possible. The problem is the same, okay? No free time at all. If so, please don't give up. So don't stop. Don't panic. Don't feel depressed. So don't think that it isn't for you. Don't think it's impossible. Really, it's possible to solve this problem, or it's possible to find a solution to this problem. So you can do different things and listen to something in English as a background. So what does it mean? It means that maybe you do some housework, and that you can play this video, and you will listen to it. You'll catch some words, phrases, and so on. So you need to do it. So you might think it's a crazy idea. So you might think it's a very good speaking phrase. It means maybe you think, or maybe you will think, it's a crazy idea. But it really works. It means it really helps. You can see it with your own eyes as soon as you do it. So you know that we use present simple after as soon as. So you can see it with your own eyes as soon as you do it. So you just need to start doing it and you see the result. Listen to something simple, basic, so good for level, not very difficult. So very simple things, okay? Very simple English conversations, topics for beginners. So we have a lot of information on our channel. So English Professionally, I did it and it really helped me. I'll be more precise. So it means that I'll be more exact, or I'll give you more details. Okay? For instance, very nice phrase for speaking. So you can say for example or for instance. It means, for example, I was working very hard. So from home, I was working very hard from home for about 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. Yeah, I worked from home, so I was staying at home and I was working almost all day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if I remember it correctly, and I was listening to the English radio, so as a background, and my English level was quite high. Yeah, so I was doing it for 2 years. I mean, from 4 to 7 hours of listening practice daily. Yeah, it's a very important thing, yeah, to study regularly and systematically. We talked about it, and I could see the results almost immediately. But I didn't want to stop. Yeah, I wanted more and more progress. It was fantastic. So it was unbelievable. So it was unimaginable. So it was something, yeah, something very special. Yeah, it was such a pleasant feeling. So I remember these days, months, and years with a feeling of nostalgia. With a feeling of nostalgia, it means with a very pleasant feeling. Yeah. So okay. So it really helped me. So if your level isn't advanced, yeah, please don't get depressed. So don't give up. Okay. Don't give up. So you can start, so if your level is upper intermediate or higher, so you can listen to the radio or you can watch these kind of videos, yeah, for more, advanced students. So if your level is lower, let's say beginner, elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, so I think it's a good idea, to watch videos like this one on this channel, English Professionally, because you can, listen and see the text. It's the first thing. And the second thing is that you need to read and listen to adapted books written by native speakers, which are for different levels, so beginners, elementary, and pre-intermediate. So it's a very important, thing for your English progress. So, and everything is all right. So you see, okay, so you can start with simple videos. You can watch and you can listen to different videos on this channel as a background. So please have a look at our playlists. We have different playlists on English grammar, on English speaking, yeah, on English words. And so if you support this idea, if you said, okay, so we'll create very effective playlists, yeah, so from the first lesson, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, for different levels. So it's a good idea if you think so, and you can have a look at different playlists and start listening to different videos. It's some kind of English galaxy. It's galaxy for English learners, but the name of our channel is English Professionally. So we try to be very professional. Yeah, not just basics of English. So very advanced things and things for intermediate students as well. And so what is English Professionally? It's a huge virtual video library. So yeah, of a very high quality. So you can see lots of interesting videos, not just videos, but video courses, yeah, on different topics. And it's the mission of this channel. Yeah, so that everyone actually can learn English for free and fast, okay? With the help of these videos, so at some kind of revolution in education. And I really hope you'll learn English very fast and you'll start thinking in English as soon as possible. Just start with something simple, yeah, so just translate some basic words, phrases, but try to do it regularly. And I think that so it will help you a lot. And I'd like to thank you also, a lot for your great support. So so let's meet, and you can meet actually on Facebook too. You can follow our channel, and it's really good that our community is growing. So you can write your you can leave your comments, so I read I try to read all your comments, and I'm sure that I need this feedback, and all these comments help me make these lessons, this English for you, better and better. Thanks a lot for likes and shares. Okay, so I'm so happy, yeah, that I have this opportunity to share my knowledge with you. I'm really so happy. But my main aim is to make you learn English fast and effectively, okay? So let's do it, okay? So let's actually change the idea of of effective learning, okay? So let's do it fast. And really, okay, thanks a lot. So okay, I have no more words, just feelings. Thanks a lot. See you. Thanks for the support. Bye.